First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here we go on 4th down, Fields. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Here's Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Derek Barnes in on the stop. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
Touchdown, Bears! John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Striker, green. Black ultra. Hey, green.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, McElroy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McElroy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Hey, check Mega, check right.
On 1st down, McElroy on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. The Franks looking to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Franks now under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Franks. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
From the gun, here's Swift. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
It certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
First down throw is Franks. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. White. Green jack.
Second down, Franks. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Franks. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Frank's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On first down, here's Franks. He'll buy some time right. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Try to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here's Fields on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll take it just outside the 40. The ball comes out. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet, the little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. A bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll find Harry on the right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
To the air again, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Franks. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Franks, third down from the gun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Now it's Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jonathan Garibay will kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Swift going to try up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On third down, McElroy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Running this slant, and he finds Mitchell. And in for the Lions touchdown. James Mitchell from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
Back to throw. Franks finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They run out of the gun with Swift. Shifts by him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Setting up play action. Franks sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Catch is made by Harry. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
They snap it to Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. On the option right is Fields. Past the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. And when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
They try again with Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll try again now on 2nd and goal, this time from a bit closer. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Looking to throw. Franks escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Here we go. First and 10 at their 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Franks. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Garibay on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 49, Lions 21.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Flag 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And Franks looking to throw. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's good for the Lions.
Franks now. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A well-executed 22-yard gain. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Here's Swift. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brought down behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and run the option left side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Ready.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Franks will throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give left side to Montgomery. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. There's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Garabay's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Franks. And that'll be be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Frank's on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense